Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making number 206 Granny Square of our 365 days of Granny Squares. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. This one today is so intricate and was a bit of a challenge for me, but I absolutely love how it turned out. Look at how beautiful that is. We are working with an eclectic amount of stitches, a lot of half double crochets in today's square, and the square, it's 8 rounds, but it turned out to be a 6-inch square. It's about 6.5 inches, I guess, for me, but it turned out to be about 17 centimeters. So that is a great square, and I really like the colors I chose. I chose all Red Heart Super Saver yarn today. This is just a 10-ply yarn, worsted weight, size 4 medium yarn. Today's square, I'm using an H-size crochet hook to demonstrate how to make this square, but you can use any larger or smaller hook depending on your tension and your gauge. And we are going to use a yarn needle and scissors for other supplies because I'm going to cut my yarn when I change my color and I want to sew in all my ends. This square today has a written pattern designed by Patricia. She is over at pucado.blogspot.nl, and I will put her information, all of her information, in the links in the description of this video. And this square today is the Mood Blanket January square, actually, so although it's July here, this is the square she used for January, and she did a mood blanket back in 2014, and it turned out so beautifully. So make sure you check out her website and the whole mood blanket patterns and the squares and everything that she used. So I'll put all of her information in the description of this video and on my Facebook, so you can check that out. There are other links in the description of this video, so there's a link to that written pattern by Patricia, but there's also a link to my Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you share your photos. I definitely want to see the colors you come up with today and what you do with your square, because it is so beautiful. Look at how awesome that looks. Tell me what you like about this square, if you had trouble or difficulty, because it is a challenge, but it definitely turns out beautifully and it's so worth it. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you post a photo on Instagram, make sure to hashtag 365 days of Granny Squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square and all your work, your hard work. I mean, this is number 206, you guys. We are so far into this. That's so fabulous. And one last thing, I have to thank my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make these videos with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, and if you have a moment, go to our channel on YouTube, and on the right hand side, if you like scroll down a little bit, there's a blue button. It says support. Make sure to click that support button and support us in any way you can so we can keep bringing you, videos like this, fantastic crochet tutorials, because this is all I do. So I really like that, and your support means so much to us. So thank you for watching, and let's get started in making number 206 Granny Square. Let's start out by making a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold this down and pull your long end through, pull tight, insert your hook, and we can start. So let's start off by making a ring. Actually, if you know how to make the magic ring, you can start off that way as well. But I'm going to start off by making a chain of 4. So yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go over into the beginning chain, this first chain over here, and we're going to make a slip stitch. So go in to that chain, then yarn over and pull through that loop on your hook. Okay, pull tight, and we've created a ring. Awesome. Now we can chain up 3, so yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And now we want to put 11 double crochets into this ring. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's a double crochet. So that was 1. So yarn over, go back into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 3. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see I'm working over this straggler and in a circular form here. 10 and 11. Okay, so now we're going to count back, and we're actually going to have 12 because, like I said, this chain of 3 counts as a stitch. So let's count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 gets us to the chain of 3 here. We're going to slip stitch to that. So 1, 2, 3, right at the top, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Pull tight, and that was round 1. Now I'm going to fasten off on round 1 here. If you were not changing color, just chain up 3 and go on to round 2 with me, but I'm going to chain 1, cut this yarn, and then pull it through and pull it tight. I'm going to go right back into that same stitch. You can start, if you're changing color, you can start in any stitch around, but I'm going to go right into that same one, grab a new color, hook that on the hook and pull it through. And then we're going to be making two double crochet clusters in each stitch around. Okay, so we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be our beginning cluster. We're just going to put a double crochet into the same stitch. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's our beginning cluster. But we have to put another regular cluster in the same stitch, okay? So a regular cluster is yarn over, go into the space, or into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, hold it, yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, that's a double crochet cluster for this pattern. So now we're going to put 2 clusters in each stitch around. Okay, so yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And again, yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay? So at the end of this round, you'll have 24 of these cluster stitches. So hop to the next stitch, we're going to do another cluster. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay, so again, in the next stitch, we're going to make a 2 double crochet cluster and another 2 double crochet cluster. Okay, so it's two double crochet clusters in each stitch around, just like that. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up at the end of round 2 and we'll go on to the next round. Okay, when you come back around, you want to slip stitch to the beginning, the first double crochet of this round, okay? Not this chain of 3 right here, but actually go into the double crochet right here. Go into the stitch and then yarn over and pull through and through for a slip stitch. Now, at this point, if you're not changing color, you can just chain 3 and go on to the second part of this round, okay? So this is round 2A this round, and then now we're going to go on to round 2B in the written pattern. This is what a 2B is, okay? So if you want to just chain 3 at this point with the same color, you can, but I'm going to change color. I think it'll give it a really interesting effect, so I'm going to chain 1 and cut this, and then I'm going to pull that through and pull it tight, but I'm going to start in the same stitch. So in the same double crochet right here, I'm going to hook on my new color. Let's see here. Hook this on, pull it through, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And now what we're going to do is work in the stitches from round 1 and in the stitches from round 2. Okay, so we're going to be slip stitching quite a bit. So this is how it's going to look. We're going to come down to here. You can see down below here is my chain up 3 from round 1. You want to slip stitch around that. So go down to round 1, go to this side of it, around it just like that, front posting, yarn over, and pull through and pull through the loop on your hook. Okay? Then we want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip this stitch right here, and we're not going to go into the stitch. We're actually going to go around the post, okay, of this cluster stitch right here. Okay, so we're going to go around this one, then yarn over and pull through and pull through that loop on your hook for a slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to come down below here to round 1, this very next stitch down here. So you can see we slip stitched around this stitch here. So we're going to go around this next stitch here. So around the post from this side to this side, we're going to yarn over and pull through and through the loop on the hook. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip this stitch right here, okay, this cluster right here, and we're going to slip stitch around this stitch right here. Okay, we're going to be slip stitching around the first, see there's 2 in them, in each stitch, 2 clusters in each stitch. We'll be slip stitching around the first one in every one of those. Okay, so if you want to keep a lookout on those, to know where to slip stitch, we're going to go around this post, around both of those, or that whole cluster, I guess. Then yarn over, pull through, and through. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And in round 1, we'll be slip stitching around each one of those. So go down to this one down here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip this cluster, go around this cluster from this side to this side, yarn over, pull through, and through. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go down below to round 1 to the next stitch right here, go from this side to this side, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, so you can kind of see it's making this like wavy kind of look on it, I guess. Okay, so that's what we're just going to repeat all the way around. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip this next stitch, this next cluster up here, and go around this next cluster like that, yarn over, pull through, and through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go down to the next stitch from round 1, around that, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, and then just repeat. So do that all the way around, and then at the end of this round, we'll go on to it was in the written pattern, round 3. Alright, when you're finishing this round, let me just do this last slip stitch here, and then when you're done, you want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then to slip stitch to the beginning, we're actually going to go into the first chain way up here. Okay, so you see chain 1, 2, 3. We're going to go into the first chain that we have right up here, and then yarn over, pull through, and through. At this point, I am going to fasten off this color. If you're not changing color, slip stitch into this cluster stitch back here. Okay, see that right there where we attached our yarn? okay, the first cluster stitch behind here, go into there and make a slip stitch and then chain up 2. But I'm going to fasten this color off and use a new color, so I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn and pull it through, pull it tight. You know when I was looking at this, it kind of looks floral actually. It looks like a little flower that we just created in like a mini 3D kind of look, so it's kind of really cool. So in this next round, if you are changing color, you can start in any stitch around, but I'm going to go right into that first stitch where we attached our pink here to. I'm going to go into that stitch. We're going to be working into the stitches up here now from round 2A. Okay, so my yellow round here. We're going to be working into those stitches using this color. Hook this on the hook, pull it through, and then chain up 2. So 1 and 2. And that's going to count as our first half double crochet of this round. And in the same stitch, we're going to put a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the same stitch that we just attached to, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. Okay, that's a half double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to put 1 half double crochet. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. In the next stitch, we're going to put 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. In the next stitch, we're only going to put 1 half double crochet. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And we're just going to repeat that around. So in the next stitch, we're going to put 2 half double crochets. And then the next stitch, we're going to put 1 half double crochet. Then in the next stitch gets 2 half double crochets, and then the next stitch gets 1 half double crochet. And you can see the stitches I'm working in are the ones from round 2A. Okay, so make sure that you're putting your stitches in the right spot. And then just repeat this pattern all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 4. Alright, when you come back all the way around, you want to slip stitch to the first chain up 2 right here. So 1, 2, right in here. Just go in with your hook, and then yarn over, pull through and through. At this point, you can change color if you want, or not. If you're not changing color, chain 3 and go on to round 4. But I'm actually going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull tight. I'm going to insert my hook into the same stitch though, into the same chain up 2 right there where we just fastened off, and I'm going to grab my new color. And then I'm going to hook that on my hook and pull that through, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to skip 2 stitches, so skip this stitch, and then slip stitch into this next stitch right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through and through. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches and slip stitch into the next stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through and through. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that around. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches and go into the next stitch for a slip stitch. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches and slip stitch into the next. So just do that all the way around, and then at the end of this round I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 5. Alright, when you're finished, you just want to finish with a chain 3, skip these last 2 stitches, and then slip stitch to the first chain of this beginning chain 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, right at the beginning, the first chain, go in, yarn over, pull through and through. And you can see I've already cut my yarn, so I'm going to fasten this off. So chain 1 and pull that all the way through. If you were not changing color, you can slip stitch into the stitch. You can see down here, this stitch right here. You can actually go in the back, because we're actually going to be working behind this chain on this next round. So you can go behind here and slip stitch into the stitch that the slip stitch is into. I hope that makes sense. But we're going to be working in these stitches, so from round 3. So I'm going to grab my new color here, hook that on my hook and pull that through. Okay, and you can, I mean, in this next round, you can start in any stitch that a slip stitch is in. okay, but I'm just going to start in this first one back here. And we're working in the stitches from round 3 in this round. So we're going to chain up 2, 1 and 2. And in this, let's see here, work in this chain behind, or work behind the chains of round 4, got it, chained up 2, and then we're going to half double crochet in these next 2 stitches. So see these next 2 stitches that we skipped from round 3 here, or when we worked round 4, we're going to half double crochet in those. So yarn over, go in this next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And again, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and these next 2 stitches are going to be worked where this slip stitch is in this stitch from round 3. So we're going to work behind everything. I'm going to put a half double crochet on this side of it and then move this over and work a half double crochet on this other side of it. You can work both on the same side, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to work yarn over, go into this side, okay, where the slip stitch is in. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, and then I'm going to scoot this over a little bit so I can see the other side of the stitch. Okay, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Then we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Those ones are the ones we skipped from the last round. Just 1 half double crochet in each one of those. Then the next stitch has our slip stitch in it. We're actually going to chain 2 first, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2, and then I'm going to, like I showed you earlier, I'm going to put a half double crochet on this side of the slip stitch, and then I'm going to kind of scoot that over to see the other side of the stitch. It's a little tiny space there, so yarn over, go in this side of it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And then we're going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Okay. Now what we are going to do is half double crochet. Let's see here, we're going to next 2 stitches. Okay, so we're going to actually chain 2, 1 and 2, and then it says to half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So that's in each one of these. So the one where the slip stitch, this one, and this one. So put 1 half double crochet in each one of those. So 1, next stitch, 2, and the next stitch, 3. Okay, then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to put 2 half double crochets into this next stitch. So on this side of the slip stitch, I'm going to put 1 half double crochet, and then I'm going to kind of scoot this slip stitch over and put the other half double crochet in the same stitch, but on this side of the slip stitch. Okay, so there's 2 in that same stitch. Then we're going to put a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, those are both of the ones we skipped. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 2 half double crochets into this next stitch with the slip stitch here. So I'm going to put a half double crochet on this side of the slip stitch and scoot this over so I still am in the same stitch here, but I'm going to put a half double crochet on this side of the slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So in this one, I'm just going to put a half double crochet on this side of the slip stitch, then hop to the next stitch and put 1 half double crochet, and the next stitch, 1 half double crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. 1 on this side of the slip stitch and 1 on this side. Okay, and then we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. And then we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 on this side of the slip stitch and 1 on this side of the slip stitch. And then we're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to chain 2. And then we're just going to put 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1 half double crochet in this one where the slip stitch is in. And then 1 half double crochet in each one of these skipped stitches. Then we're going to chain 2. We're going to half double crochet 2 in the next stitch. So 1 on this side of the slip stitch, and then 1 on the next side of the slip stitch, but in the same stitch. I hope that makes sense. And then we're going to put 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Okay, almost done with this round. We're going to put 2 half double crochets in this next stitch. 1, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't chain 2. My bad. So make sure you chain 2 after that grouping of 4 there. So 1 and 2, and then put 2 double crochets into this one. Sorry about that. If you have to, follow along with the written pattern. Okay, and then put 1 half double crochet in each of these last 2 stitches here. Alright, and then we're going to slip stitch to the beginning chain up 2 of this round. So 1, 2 right in here, go in to the top, yarn over and pull through all the way and through. There we go. So each side has 3 blocks of half double crochets. So 3 stitches together here. Okay, there's 3 there, there's 3 there, let's see here, there's 3 there, and there's 3 there. So that's our 4 corners, basically, is what it's saying. So now we are going to chain 1. I'm going to fasten off this color. If you're not changing color, just chain up 2 and go on to round 6. I'm going to grab a new color and I'll meet you up. Okay, so I realized I made a minor mistake. You have to chain 2 before you slip stitch to the beginning here. So I cut my yarn and I realized I made a mistake, so I used the little scrap and now I just have this much to sew in later. So it's okay though, I'll sew that in. But I just wanted to correct myself and make sure that you also have this chain 2 space before your first 3 half double crochets, which this chain 2 counted as a half double crochet. So you should have the 3 groupings, like the 3 half double crochet, chain 2, 4 half double crochet, chain 2, 4 half double crochet, chain 2, and then back to 3 half double crochet, chain 2. And just have that all the way around. I'll do a little zoom out here so you can see what it should look like all the way around. If you want to pause this to see the counts and the stitching and everything, you can do that. Just make sure that you have it right. And also in the written pattern, it does have pictures in there, so you can also see that, or just follow along with the written pattern for that last round. I'm really sorry I kind of messed that one up a couple times, but you'll get through it, and once you have that round finished, we can go on to the next round. So let me get my new color here, and what we're going to do is actually work in, so if you didn't change color, just chain up 2 and go on to the next round with me, even if it is in that same stitch, but we're going to be working into this chain 2 space right here, okay? So I'm going to go into the chain 2 space, I'm going to hook on my new color here, pull it through, and then I'm going to chain up 2. So 1 and 2. And that is going to count as our first half double crochet of this round. Okay, in the same chain 2 space. Okay, so now if you worked, if you're not changing color, make sure to work in this chain 2 space now. Okay, we're gonna put 2 half double crochets in the last chain 2 space, which is the one I'm in right here. So yarn over, go in to the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so if you chained up 2 in this stitch where you fasten or where you slip stitched into, you're going to be working kind of over that chain 2, which is fine. So now we're going to skip over these 3 stitches right here, and we're going to hop into this next chain 2 space right here. Okay, and we're going to put 6 half double crochets in here. So yarn over, go into this chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So that's 1, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, it's like a little shell. Then we're going to put 6 half double crochets, chain 2, and 6 half double crochets in the next chain 2 space. So there's going to be 12 half double crochets in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then chain 2, 1 and 2, and then put 6 more half double crochets in that same chain 2 space. So you might have to scoot these over. So you have room here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Then we're gonna, in the next chain 2 space right here, we're only gonna put 6 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then in the next chain 2 space, we're going to put 6 half double crochets as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then we're going to repeat. So in this next chain 2 space, we're going to put our corner. So this was our corner, the 6 half double crochets, chain 2, and 6 half double crochets, that's our corner. So in this next chain 2 space, we're going to make our corner. So we're going to put 6 half double crochet, chain 2, and 6 half double crochet, all in the same space right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, then chain 2, and then scoot these over so you can get this other 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat. So like now in the next 2 chain 2 spaces, we're going to put 6 half double crochets in each one of those. Then in this next one, we're going to make our corner, and then these next 2 are going to have our just 6 half double crochets in each one of those, and then this one's going to have a corner. So I'm going to do that all the way around. Like I said though earlier, if you need to, refer to the written pattern. Otherwise, I'll meet you up when I'm on my last space. Alright, just made my last corner here, and now we're back to the last space here. Our beginning space, we put our chain up 2 and 2 half double crochets in there, so we have to put 3 half double crochets in there still, because that chain up 2 counts as a stitch, and then there's 2 in there, so there's 3 already in there, so we have to put 3 in there to make 6. Okay, because 3 plus 3 is 6. There we go. So then we're going to slip stitch to the top of this chain up 2. 1, 2, I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. Just slip stitch to the top of your chain up 2. 1, There we go. Yarn over, pull through and through. Now at this point, if you're not changing color, this actually would be a great spot to start. You just want to chain 3 and go on to round 7 with me. But I'm actually going to fasten off, so I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull tight. This next round, if you're changing color, you can see here that there's 6 half double crochets here. We're going to work in between, so there's going to be 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. Okay, so we're going to kind of split them in half, and I'm going to go right in between those posts, right in there. Okay, if you're not changing color though and you chain 3 here, it's totally fine, it'll look the same, but I'm going to hook on my new color, pull that through, and then I'm going to chain 3. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to slip stitch in between the middle of this next shell here. So like I said, there's 3 half double crochets on this side, 3 half double crochets on this side, kind of separate them. And wherever you separate, if you want to go into the stitch right here, you can, or you can just go in between the posts, which that's where I'm going. So right in between those posts, yarn over, pull through and through. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, hop to the next shell right here and go in between these 3 and these 3. Okay, so in the center of the 6 half double crochets, go in, yarn over, pull through and through for a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into the corner now. We're in the corner space here. We're going to slip stitch, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go back in to the same space for a slip stitch, and that's going to be our corners. Okay, and then we're just going to do that on the side. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3 in this first space right here. So we're going to skip these 3 stitches and go in between these ones right here and make a slip stitch. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go into this next shell here in the middle of it, just separate your stitches so you can go in between them, yarn over, pull through and through for a slip stitch, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go in between these ones of this shell in the center, go in, yarn over, pull through and through, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go in the center of this shell, and we're in the next corner. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the corner, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch back into the corner, chain 2 space, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then work the same way we worked this side over here for this side and each side around, and just in the corners just make sure you slip stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch back in. But like I said earlier, you can always follow along with the written pattern and just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for our last round. Okay, when you have your last chain 3 here, you want to slip stitch to the first chain of your beginning chain 3. So there's 1, 2, 3 right in here, the first one, yarn over, pull through and through. Okay, now if you are changing color, you can fasten off and start your next round in this chain 3 space right here. I'm not going to change color at this point, so I'm going to yarn over, pull through and through, so now I'm in the chain 3 space, and then we're going to chain up 2. So yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2, and that counts as our first half double crochet of this round. And in the same chain 3 space, we're going to put 3 half double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's 1, this is 2, and 3. So now it looks like there's 4 half double crochets in there because this chain of 2 counts as a stitch. And now we're going to put 4 half double crochets in each chain 3 space until we hit the corner. So there's 2 chain 3 spaces here, so we're going to put 4 half double crochets in each one of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hop to the next one, put 4 half double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now in the corner here, we're going to put 2 half double crochets So 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to put 2 more half double crochets in there. So 1 and 2, and that's how our corners are all going to be, okay? Then in each chain 3 space across here, there's 5 chain 3 spaces. We're going to put 4 half double crochets in each one of those. Okay, so, and then in the corner, chain 3 space, just put 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. But on each side you'll have then 20 half double crochets, and then your corners will have the 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. The written pattern has photos in there and the written part, so if you do get confused, you can follow along with that. But otherwise, I'm just going to crochet all the way around this round. It's super simple, just working with half double crochets, and then I'll meet you up when we're about to fasten off. Alright, I'm just finishing up here. Got to put my last 4 half double crochets in my last chain 3 space, and then we can slip stitch to the beginning chain up 2, 1, 2 right there. Just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now if you want to go on to another round, if you want to make this bigger, just repeat the last round, just putting 1 half double crochet in each stitch, and then put 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet into the corners. But I'm going to fasten off, so chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull it all the way through and pull it tight, and then sew in your ends. I honestly thoroughly enjoyed making this square. It was so much fun to make. It was a little bit challenging, but I love a challenge, and it turned out so beautifully. And I really enjoy, you know, making the square and using these colors, these bright, vibrant, bright colors. So I really loved it. So there you have it. Number 206 Granny Square is complete. Thank you so much to Patricia for allowing us to use this pattern in our big project. Make sure you're checking out those links in the description of this video. Link to the blog, link to the Facebook, link to the Instagram. Follow me on Snapchat, you guys. And subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Click that support button, that blue support button that's in my channel on YouTube. You can do that. Support us in any way you can. Thank you so much for watching every single day. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!